Here, for some reason, whenever you show up, nobody else.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what it is. But right now we got two comics in the room, two people that are actually my family, and then you two. And these two have been sick of my comedy for 25 years.
You had more comics here the last time when I was
Yeah, I know. You're fucking killing the game, bud. Oh, it's great. Do you guys remember the Geico caveman commercials? Okay. I looked in the mirror today, and I realized that I look like the caveman's fatter younger brother that can't afford the insurance. It's rough. Hey, I got Brandon. We're starting out fucking well. I also look like a bus driver, but really I'm unemployed. I like to go fishing. Hey, got you late. It's good. You're like, this guy's broke. It's great. That's why I have to bring my family with me. I like to go fishing. I realize fishing is a lot like dating apps. And it's all about what you use. And I'm using a stick with a hook at the end of it. And my dad, though, growing up, always told me, when you fish, it's not about what you use. He disagrees with me. He says it's all about patience. And I'll sit on these dating apps for hours, just fishing away. I'll be patient all day, fishing all day, but somehow at the end of the day, I always end up with my own hook in my hand.
Hey, that's a good one.
Big.
Yeah.
My brother gave me some before. Big pro, coming through. It's deer season in West Virginia. I like to go hunting. I'm from West Virginia. I didn't go this year, but West Virginia is probably one of the largest per capita deer hunting states. And a lot of people have a problem with hunting, like they don't like the idea of shooting animals. And I understand that, but those people don't understand the atrocities happening in the deer community. I'm going to learn this to you guys really quick. There's three main types of deer in North America. The first one's the mule deer, which is kind of a neutral deer. But then the other two is the black and the white-tailed deer. The black-tailed deer are all located in the Pacific Northwest, mostly in Alaska. And then the white-tailed deer are everywhere else. They're coast to coast and they dominate. And they're the ones we have in West Virginia. They're the ones we have here in PA that shit in your yard. They jump out in front of your cars. But I think the most important thing is that they have completely segregated from the black-tailed deer, and I think that's fucked up. It's 2021. I thought mammals got over the fact segregation was bad 60 years ago. But you confront these white-tailed deer about it, and they just give you a deer in the headlights look. There's a philosophy in deer hunting that you should let smaller bucks grow up to get older. That way they get bigger and they bear more children. I disagree with that philosophy. I don't think it fixes the previous problem. Like growing up, I thought the worst part in the movie Bambi is when Bambi's mother died. It turns out that the worst part in that movie is that Bambi doesn't get shot. That racist fuck. I've been single for a while. A lot of people say that Valentine's Day is the worst day to be single, which may be true. But I would prefer to be single on Valentine's Day than need a flare gun on the 4th of July. You're out there in your boat, your motor's out, you're drifting out to sea. There's some asshole on the land that's like, this stupid guy is lighting off fireworks. It's not even 5 o'clock. Like the sun's not even down. My name's Shawn Bishop. I have a goal in life to be the most famous Shawn Bishop, which is fortunate because there's not many of us. If you think about it, in 1981, there was a guy named Isaiah Thomas that got drafted number 2 overall in the NBA draft. Then in 1989, a woman in Washington State decided to name her son after that guy. And that Isaiah Thomas then grew up to be one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. How lucky am I that they weren't named Shawn Bishop? Because if they were, my dream would have ended the moment I got cut from the 6th grade basketball team. Luckily for me, I just have to be more famous than actor Shawn Bishop. Exactly. Turns out actor Shawn Bishop has one movie role in the 1977 classic Close Encounter of the Third Kind, where he played the eldest son to the main character. Which means right now, as an open mic comic, I am second to a guy that's been out of work for 40 years. Like, if you guys leave tonight and can remember the name Shawn Bishop, I will be the most famous Shawn Bishop right in front of a guy that I can only assume is homeless on the streets of LA that once played a side character in a movie about communicating with aliens. I hate alien movies too because it's always about can we communicate with aliens, where the real problem is can the aliens communicate with spiders? Because if the aliens show up and they just decide to kill us, then they're a bunch of racists for killing the human beings. But if they can speak spider, it turns out I'm the racist. I don't know if you guys have heard of this Hitler fella, but he's famous for killing 66% of the Jews in Europe during this thing called the Holocaust. I've killed 100% of the spiders I have ever fucking seen. Like if aliens do speak spider and they come here, they will kill me and I will go down in history as the one guy that tried to eliminate an entire species off of this planet. But if a spider genocide makes me the new Hitler, I'm down for it. I will own that shit. I will vow to kill every spider that I ever see. Because every single person in this room knew who Hitler was, and not a damn one of you knew who actor Shawn Bishop was. I played to win. Thank you guys. I'm Shawn Bishop.